Well, here I am today. Today's adventure is camping and mountain biking, which is the ultimate goal of my adventures. I've done a lot of camping and hiking and mountain climbing in the past, and I guess I really haven't done much this summer because of the heat. And now that it's cool out, I decided to finish up my Georgetown Recon, Lake Georgetown Recon, and just put the tent up and whatnot. And so that's what we're here to do today. And it's nice to have everything all set up. This thing is designed for camping. I've kind of built a bed, a platform with storage and racks and stuff so I could sleep in here. But I'm going to just do a little tent action right there and maybe an awning. But there it is. All right, well, I'm ready to go. Check out this reflection here, mountain bike included. Anyways, so I guess I'm gonna do Hogg, Jim Hogg campground to Russell to complete that. That's not that far, but it's pretty chunky and there's some cool stuff to do. Anyways, so that's what the plan is, and we'll back later, have some dinner, go camping. Yeah, this shit's so chunky. Not enough speed. Too chunky because it's slow. That would have been an okay line. I should have done it. I just don't like rock gardens. Yeah, you gotta do this stuff fast. Yeah, look at that chunk. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it sometimes. I mean, it'd be great to be able to just pop off on these things. Like here, boom, easy peasy, right? Until we're this step up. Some people do it though. The lure route. This is not even fun. I know it's fun for some. But for me, I just like a nice, flowy trail. I can pick up some speed and do some curves, technical chunks. And not for me. Yet. I mean, I don't want to session this stuff. I'd rather make my destination. Yes, it's impossible. Maybe I'll do that down. No. Mega avalanche, here I come. 2024. Damn it. Sorry guys. It's a boring video. I've hiked this a million times. I know it's pretty rough, but walking on a bike, riding a bicycle, it's even rougher. And you gotta hit it fast. You can't patty cake it, because you will stop. Your bike will stop. but you'll keep going. I, of course, am skipping over the chunky, super chunk sections. I just can't see the line, man, when it's all crazy like this. I know it's a skill that one achieves with experience, but it's all noise sometimes. The trail's a little muddy too. It's not bad, but there are some slippy spots. Here's where I'll make up my time when I do Dragon Slayer. See, if it was more like this, this would be fun. I know where we are. This is where it's only got a little ways to go to catch up where I left before. It's gotta cross that creek. It's probably full too. One of the cool things about Lake Georgetown is some of the archaeology and historic archaeology. As an archaeologist myself, I find this stuff kind of interesting. This is a rock wall, and it was probably German immigrants in the 1930s that built these property line walls, a tradition from Germany, and it's mostly for goats and sheep and stuff like that. They weren't doing cattle. But this property line extends from here down towards the creek. And there's another thing up there, prehistoric, about 3,500 years ago, that I didn't mention last time I was in that area, but I'll drop by since it's on the way. But I was just looking at this, my trail here, and this is, I love this area, but the uphill on that is pretty tough, I suspect. I mean, I don't know, you start here, get up, go over there, take that little slot. But the downhill looks pretty decent. I mean, that is doable. I mean, there's plenty of nice little drops instead of big drops. The line's like right here for the easy peasies. And I know it looks pretty bad, but just come right there. Hit there, or go this way with a little drop, or this way for that tight little pedal strike, and then you're all the way down. I'll give it a shot, but it looks like some chipperoos on that rock over there. That was a helmet. But this is one of the nicest spots here. I always liked this spot when I hiked. It's very prehistoric looking. Whoa. Well, that was fun. That's the part I like most. Mile 19 for those in the know. Another rock wall. Hazard. Ugh. What gear was I in? 3. Okay, this is kind of where I stopped off last time. It was actually further back that way, but this is good enough. That's where I stepped in a mud puddle in a previous video. Same video, I fixed my brakes up there, but I forgot to have mentioned that there's an archaeological site here. They even got a plaque for it, but it's a burned rock midden, and it's a prehistoric, about 3,500 years ago. It's a campsite, a long-term campsite in the sense that extended families would travel around central Texas and beyond, and this is one of the spots they'd come to, probably because of the spring over there. Because if you have a spring, you got a midden. If you have a midden, you have a spring. So these cats would come here, and they'd hunt and fish, stay a little while, and then move on to the next spot. But in the meantime, their campfires and their daily activities left a little trace, and then the next family and the next family for generations and generations would come here, and it would build up. And the burn rock midden is a technology. It was either an earth oven for starchy plants. You basically dig a hole, fill it with rocks, set a fire on it, and then put your food on it, and then cover it with rocks and dirt and let it cook for a long time like an oven. Or it was heating rocks and putting it into a skin bag to boil the water, because you couldn't put the skin bag over a fire, but you could heat the rocks super hot and put them in the bag, and it will boil the water. Either way, these rocks, the limestone, like you see here scattered about, they would fracture and they form like big dice, 4 or 6-sided, angular pieces of debris, and they just throw them in a pile, and that pile builds and builds, and usually with organic dirt, animal oils, vegetable oils, ash, and charcoal, and it would form these large areas that when you dig through them as an archaeologist, it's stratified, and the earliest layers are at the bottom and the newest layers are up top. So there's a variety of different projectile point types, and fragments of things, artifacts, animal bones, rhabdotis, which is a snail, but the snails seem to like the organic area, so they gravitate towards that. They end up dying eventually, and they leave the little shells, so there's white shells everywhere as you dig. But it's you could see the lenses of soil and time as you dig the profile, and so it's pretty interesting. It was a technology 3,500 years ago, and just one of the things around Central Texas, you know, but it's pretty cool. They dug it, I think, in the 70s or something, and I'm sure it was pretty looted too. That's one of the, you know, one of the things about looters is they're as good as archaeologists, maybe even better as, you know, sight hounding. They kind of know where everything is and zero in on stuff. And it's bad, you know, you're just destroying stuff. They're just taking it for their own personal use as opposed to collecting data for the world, you know, because the sum total of excavations here, and if you dug trenches and test pits, all stratified, photographed, documented layer by layer, you know, you could put together the story. Lifeways here, you know, projectile points are, you know, familial or regional, so, you know, stuff comes from Oklahoma, you know, so there's a wide range of mobility. Seasonal mobility is what they call it in the archaeology. Is when it's cold up north, they come south. When it gets hot, they move north. But this is their territory, and they just spend, you know, weeks and weeks just walking around, camping out. Anyways, back to the mountain biking. Across from the midden, you know, there's in the valley there, but up along this line is another rock wall. So there's a mix of historic and prehistoric. You know, if you were to really excavate, I mean, the historic stuff's interesting too. I looked along the water's edge where the line village used to be in the 1800s to 1940s before they condemned it to flood Lake Georgetown. But just pretty interesting stuff. I mean, when you know what to look for, you can see landform modification, a bunch of other cool stuff. House foundations, irrigation, other technology, historic dumps full of dated bottles, so you can get a pretty good date range. I tend to see a lot of 30s, 40s stuff, you know. Some places don't even have an alcohol bottle, so that could have been either they didn't drink or it was Prohibition era. So interesting stuff it is. Oh, too bad, so sad. I think the rainy season and that week or two off kind of makes you sit back and lose what you gained. Yay, progression. Howdy.
Oh, howdy. How you doing?
Good, no worries. I'm walking it.
Good, okay. Seems like a fun trail to ride.
This part's really chunky and dangerous.
Yeah.
But there's some good parts with good flow. It makes you have fun going around the curves and fast and everything.
Well, have fun.
Well, I'm heading back. I think I went 4 miles. 4 miles in. So 8 miles total. But I made it to my last known recon position. And I can tell you, I do not like this section at all. It's too chunky. It's one thing I hate about fitness is you build and build, you get harder, your endurance is up, your speed is up, and then the rain comes. And so you take off a week or two, and then everything you gained is gone. I'm tired. And it's just, I spent so much energy. I know I didn't show a lot of chunk riding, but I tried. It just takes a lot out of you. Concentration, finding that line. I would say this section and Cedar Breaks are the hardest part. The rest is easy. I mean, there's some challenges, but at least you can make good time. Well, I didn't want to bore you with the return trip as I walked the walk of shame for most of it. But for my level, I would give myself maybe a C. And I did have a progression, and I did complete the mission. Well, kind of, but I made it where I wanted to go. But that was a tough, it's just too chunky to be fun. I mean, I think to just get rid of some of the rocks, make it more flowy. Like this. Why can't it be like this? I'm just flying. Yay! I'm home. That was fun. I enjoyed that. It's beer 30, I believe. Well, I'm back. I got my kook and a sandwich. I'm not doing anything special for dinner tonight. It's just the first thing I've had to eat all day. And the sun's setting. But I'm just gonna start a fire, set a fire rather, and drink a beer after this.
Hey, so good morning. It's time to start another day and head on the trail. good night too. It was cool, breezy. It's time to get up and start the day.
Well, today is, I don't know, 7 in the morning, and it's good night and good day yesterday. Had fun. So I'm just gonna do this one section that I haven't done. I did most of it coming from the east side over there. I just need to connect, and then everything but Cedar Breaks to Sawyer Park has been done. Damn it, the slippage. Oh, this is more like it. More of this, please. I know for some people this is the greatest thing. I just don't like it. It's not fun. I mean, it's challenging, but sometimes you just want flow. This isn't flowy. Whoa! Damn it, I should have just gone. I just saw the slippies. It's the overprotective mountain biker. Slipped, see? Oh, it is slippy too. My feet are slipping. It's kind of wet. Knew I heard voices behind me.
What's up,
Hey.
bud?
Still kind of muddy. Oh, I know this spot. Oh, cool. This is where I left off the last time. I remember this step or drop. So that's Cedar Breaks across the lake. And it's pretty gnarly too. Ooh, is that a trail? Anyways, that's my next one. And then I'll have completed the entire 26 miles. Not all in one step. That is a goal. But I can tell you, it will be quite hard. We need a full day and plenty of Wheaties. So 220. Oh, here's another historic fence line of Germanic origin. Ooh, I'm gonna send it off this drop. For sure. Whoops. Whoa. Quack, 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 quack. Well, that's not bad. Hit that, hit that, hit that. Endo, cut to the left, go down. You'll be there in a second. How peaceful. Boy, the water's still low though. Just another 15-20 feet more. Well, now that I'm at my destination, I guess I'll head back. I gotta get back home anyway. But I probably won't video on the way back. It was only 2 miles and I already did it, so. But anyways, it was a good night, good camp. Nice to get away for a bit and finish up, complete the mission, and off to the next one.